Hey, welcome back to the channel, and today's super exciting because we're going to be doing framing and electrical rough-in, so stay tuned. So I'm super excited today because today is the day where we actually get to see some framing and have this new project kind of take shape, and you can kind of get a feel for the walls and what it's going to look like. So I'm really excited for today. Looking at the slab from last episode, you know, it's cool, but you don't really get the idea in the size and scope of what we're doing here. It looks really small on video. You know, we're going out 15 feet by 22 across. So there's gonna be a lot of great space to add all my pinballs and racing simulators. So I did a time lapse, so you're gonna see this thing take shape right before your eyes over the next couple of minutes. So I'm gonna hit the time lapse and let's check it out. So I'm kind of back with a recap. So that actually took a few days to do because there was a lot of work. As you saw, they cut into the roof. They had to add a new cross brace that's 12 inches tall, and it was two of them together, so it was really thick to brace that opening. So they've got the decking done. They've got all the studs in. They did the OSB decking around the sides and also the roof. So that's done. So unfortunately, what has to happen now, we have to get it inspected by the city before we can go any further. So let's move on to electrical rough-in. It is the next day, and electrical rough-in has been finished. So if you're not sure about stages of new construction, you've got concrete, framing, electrical rough, and then your roofing, and then insulation, and then sheetrock. So we're about halfway through on this project. So they finished all the electrical rough-in yesterday, and today, since I live in city limits, you have to get the city involved because they have to inspect each major process of your construction. So I've already had the concrete slab inspected, and that passed. And today they inspected the framing and the electrical rough-in. So let's take a look and see what they did. They were able to use my existing panel, and they added in a few more breakers to tie in the new plugs that are going to be in the game room area. Also, they relocated my switches. The switches used to be over here, and we're added a new switch for the lights in the game room area. So one of the things I need to figure out is where the AC control will go. That's for the existing AC in the shop. And eventually I'm going to put in a mini split up here. I already had it pre-wired. This is the pre-wire for the mini split that will go up here. Been seeing really good reviews about the mini splits and how well they cool, and they're very efficient. One of the things the electrician wanted to do was run thicker wire, so this is a 4-gauge wire, and we got rid of the, I think it was an 8-gauge in there existing, and also it had the original power service line came up through right here at the edge of the old brick of the shop. So we got rid of that, and that will give me another 6 inches of depth, which is going to be great. So they ran it through the studs and went up and over and around and comes down to the service panel that's down here. One of the cool things about new construction and being able to do things before the walls get closed up, I added some plugs on the ceiling for some really fun lighting, which I'm going to be showing you on the channel later on when we get into the finish out and decoration of the game room. So I'm going to have 6 LED lights that are color changing. They're really cool. I have them in my backyard and I love them. So we've got a light there, and then another one there, another one here, and there, and there. And I had them repurpose one of the plugs that was in the original garage wall and put it up there for my other lighting project I'm going to talk about later when we get to the decoration and really cool lighting options. And also I have them put in a plug here on the ceiling too, so if I ever want to plug in some other lighting or who knows what else, I have a plug on the ceiling. And all these plugs that are on the ceiling, like over there and the center and in that corner, they operate off the light switch. And then I went ahead and installed 4 plugs here, 4 there, another 4 there, and another 4 there. And these are on 2 different circuits to kind of share the load, because my plan is to have pinball machines here, or here, or here, plus the racing simulators are going to go here, so I need power. So as I was doing the electrical, I went ahead and had the electricians run a Cat 6 cable so I can have Ethernet ports throughout the new addition. So I have a port there, I have another port there, and then another one on the other wall, and all this will tie back to the drop here where I'll have a switch, and I have my Ethernet coming in from my router that's in the house. So we'll have nice fast speeds when we're doing either pinball updates or racing online with the simulators. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to be doing the exterior cladding, like hardy board, decorative hardy board that looks like planks for the exterior. Also, the roof is going in, and we'll see on the timing, but maybe insulation. So we're going to be doing the spray-in radiant barrier insulation, because these 2 walls face in the west direction, so it gets really hot on this side of the house in the evenings. It'll take a lot of stress off the AC unit that's going to be going in here, the mini split. So until next time, keep flipping.